Percy and the Angry Swan. Percy was no ordinary dog. As a collie poodle cross, he possessed a brilliant, curious mind and a coat of soft, jet-black curls that shimmered in the Glasgow sun. While Percy enjoyed his squeaky toys and napping in warm corners, his true passion was the sound of the front door and the magic word, walk. "Ready for an expedition, Percy?" Angie asked with a bright smile. As soon as she reached for the long, black lead, Percy sprang into action, his paws performing a rapid tippy-tap dance across the floor. He knew that when Angie donned her trainers and grabbed the lead, a grand adventure was about to begin. At the garden gate, they met Paul, who greeted them with a merry whistle. "It's a fine afternoon for a walk," he noted, adjusting his jacket. As they set off toward the Glasgow Clyde Canal, Percy's nose went into overdrive, investigating every fragrant flower and mossy stone they passed along the way. When they reached the water's edge, the canal stretched out like a ribbon of silver. Paul and Angie strolled along the towpath, enjoying a lively conversation as they watched the painted canal boats glide past. Percy trotted between them, feeling like a very important explorer as he kept pace with his two favorite humans. They soon passed a tall, bright blue sign that stood out against the green trees. "Look, Percy, that's the National Cycle Track sign," Paul explained, pointing to the white bicycle symbol and the route numbers. Percy wasn't interested in the directions, but he found the base of the metal post to be a very important place for a thorough sniff. Percy's playful trot stopped. His ears pricked forward, and he froze as still as a statue. Something was rustling deep within the thick, green reeds at the edge of the water. He lowered his chest to the path, creeping forward with the focused intensity of his collie ancestors. With a gentle ripple, a magnificent white swan emerged from the greenery. It was far more imposing than the ducks Percy usually met. The swan's feathers were a brilliant, snowy white, and it glided across the surface with grace. Percy gave a single, eager woof, hoping the giant bird might want to play. The swan was in no mood for visitors. Protecting its territory, the bird rose, unfurling its massive wings until they cast a wide shadow. It arched its long neck, looked Percy right in the eye, and let out a sharp, intimidating hiss. That made the water splash in all directions. "Whoa, steady there!" Angie cried, swiftly pulling the lead to guide Percy back. "Let's give this fellow some space, Percy. He's the king of this canal." Percy didn't need to be told twice. He tucked his tail and looked back with wide, surprised eyes, realizing that not every creature wanted to be his friend. Paul and Angie shared a smile as they left the canal behind and headed for home. "You were a very brave boy, Percy," Paul said, reaching out to pat the dog's head. Angie held the lead firmly, looking happy to be heading back to their cozy street. Percy was exhausted, but he felt like a true explorer who had faced a dragon and lived to tell the tale.